first. Hello, welcome to Coffee Chat. It's another Wednesday, although I say it feels like Thursday, Friday. It's been a week.
Does.
Maybe it's the heat.
It's the heat and coming off of like the weird holiday week.
Yeah.
I think the holiday in the middle of the week, and then we worked on Friday like silly people and threw everything off. So here we are.
Happy Wednesday. We are talking about, what are we talking about today? Insurance, life insurance.
Life insurance.
So you want to talk about the importance of life insurance especially for parents with minor kids.
Yeah, so I think, so we don't sell insurance, just throwing that out there, but we do always have that conversation as part of our estate planning conversation with our clients. And part of the reason you want to have life insurance, there's a couple of reasons, but you want to think of life insurance as income replacement for if one spouse passes away. And then you have disability insurance also as a separate type of insurance where if one spouse is disabled and can't work and wouldn't be able to, get their full salary, you might want to consider doing something like that to supplement so that your life isn't completely upended when someone passes or becomes, on long-term disability. So, but yeah, so it's income replacement. And so why do we include that for minor kids specifically?
Yeah. So having that money, right? You want to be able to choose your guardians, not based on, can they afford to take care of my kids? Right. That's a big question, I think, for a lot of people. If you think through who's going to take care of my kids, one of the things that we hear a lot is, well, I don't know if they're going to be able to afford it. Like taking on another kid is
or two or three,
is a lot. And so, life insurance is there to help supplement, to, cover that earning potential that you would have had, the money you would have had to care for your kids if you were not here. So being able to take that out of the equation when you're thinking about guardians and guardianship and saying, okay, so if I don't have to think about money, who would raise my kids the way that I would? Who would give them the experiences? Who would have the same values that I have? When selecting guardians makes it, I think, an easier decision, right? Or exercise to think through because you're not thinking about that money piece.
Yeah. And then the other thing too is, if you're married and one spouse works and one spouse doesn't, or one spouse significantly out earns the other spouse, what happens if that spouse passes? Is the surviving spouse going to be able to keep the house? Are they going to be able to pay the mortgage? Are they going to be able to keep their lifestyle while still grieving? You want to make the transition as easy as possible given the circumstances, and life insurance is a really easy way to do that. And there's a couple different types of life insurance. There's term life insurance, and then there's the I guess they call it whole life or permanent, I guess they call it. So the cheapest and easiest is term. And that's where you buy a policy for a term of years. And generally we see about 30 years for couples with a newer house or younger kids, because you want to get them through college. You want to get your mortgage paid off, and mortgages are 30 years usually. So you do like a 30-year policy, and you do it in an amount to cover the mortgage if one spouse passes, or get your kids through college if both parents pass. So those are kind of rough calculations that you can do on how much you need. The permanent insurance is where you pay into the policy, and you can earn, as you pay in, you can borrow against it as you build up, kind of like equity, sort of. And that's more expensive. So a lot of times we just recommend doing a term policy to cover your kids getting to a certain age. And then it's cheaper. And then if you're still alive at the end of the term, you lose what you've paid in, but it's insurance. And so, it's better to be safe than sorry.
Right.
So
that's the risk.
Right.
Risk reward. The other time we talk about insurance, and this is usually whole life policies, is using it for long-term care. So as Lindsay said, being able to borrow against it. A lot of whole life policies will have long-term care riders where you can, where they help pay for your insurance, your long-term care. And then the other place is for those people that are worried about estate taxes and may have an estate tax due, using insurance through an irrevocable life insurance trust makes money available to your estate to borrow to pay those taxes.
Also, business owners.
Yeah.
Business owners can take out life insurance policies on the owners so that if they pass away, then the family, their interest, the life insurance basically buys out their interest. And so it just becomes a much more easy, again, transition.
Yeah.
And it's not, it doesn't, you're already grieving, you're already, your life has already been kind of upended. It just makes it one less thing you have to deal with is, figuring out, well, how am I going to keep my house, or how am I going to pay for this or that? And so life insurance, we just really like as an option for emergency money.
Everything.
Yeah. But it's easy. It's relatively inexpensive to do. So,
and if you're looking for some, if you're interested, right, and need or want to explore this more, shoot us an email at hello@willowlegalgroup.com, and we'd be happy to provide some recommendations of folks who you can speak with about your options and about life insurance. So shoot us an email, and we don't have anything. Our next event is not until August. We're taking July off because
it's summer
and busy and everyone's out traveling. So we will be at the Olney National Night Out on August 6th. And then we have a fun event coming up after that. Taco the 13th, the following Tuesday.
Yep.
We're going to have Taco Tuesday and talk about tacos and trusts, and might be some tequila involved in one way or another. So hope you have a great rest of your day, rest of your week. Stay cool, and we'll see you next week.